Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a late reaction video for The Arrow Season 4 Episode 6 titled Lost Souls. Guess this is the episode leading up to, Sara getting her soul restored back to her original body. I guess with the help from Oliver and one of his guys from the past, okay, which we come to know as Constantine, that was from the island. In the promo, it shows Constantine trying to restore her soul to her body. When the scene opens up to Ray. It appears Ray is playing with the suit and the explosion happened at Parmatech. So, okay. So Oliver and Dia is at the campaign office and they're strategizing. It appears that Oliver has no funds. He's running off Felicity money from Ray's company. Yeah, it appears that he has no money in the bank. He's running off her funds and her funds alone. So Oliver, campaign strategist guy, is trying to ask Thea out on a date. So she said, "Oh, things is complicated. I bet they are, you psycho ass." So Dia basically turned him down. Like, no, I don't think it's gonna work, So, fuck that bitch. So Felicity is still trying to find it appears that Felicity is still trying to find out where Ray is, from his scripted message, and hopefully she gets him because she's getting frustrated. And I guess his name, what's his name, Curtis? If I remember his name is right, Curtis. Mr. Terrific is trying to help her find Ray from the cryptic message. So they have they have a little cute banter back and forth. Curtis is looking at Oliver like this, right? And to see if, if Oliver, the Arrow, looks alike. Because, because his facial beard, and he's like this. That's funny. And he is supposed to be one of the 3 smartest men on the earth. So if he can't figure out if it's Oliver's Arrow, I don't think he's that terrific. So Oliver, here's the recording of Ray. So there's a flashback of oh, sorry. It appears to be a flashback. The orb that Constantine gave Oliver is like a glowing orb that can lighten up dark writing on the wall like a black light. And the mercenaries went back to the cave where Constantine had got the staff, and you can see some ancient or old type of carvings on the wall, and with that little orb used as what we know as a black light, you can see that particular right here. So one of the guys I always suspect him, Oliver, as not being honest with them. So they are suspect that one of the mercenaries. So basically, they're gonna keep Oliver close, and So, the scene after the event on the island, Captain Lance, Sara, and Laurel, they in Laurel's apartment, and Sara called her mother, I guess to let her mother know that she's alive, whatever. So, oh, so sorry about that. The episode, this is a leak reaction video, right? Just real quick. This is Lost Souls. In this episode, Sara she already got her soul back from Constantine. Constantine left the show already. I'm so sorry about that, but so Oliver is be back at what appears to be Oliver Felicity apartment. Oliver's basically saying, "How can I help? How can I help?" But he can't really help her because everything she's doing is based off, like technology, and he's not. That's not his craft. That's not his thing. So he basically in her way. So there's an encrypted message that came to Felicity, and Ray is being captured. It's like he's being as a hostage. Oh man, it appears that Ray is in like a glass jar, and he's miniaturized. So the suit actually works. The suit actually worked. It miniaturized him in the explosion. So there's a machine back at Ray Tech that could basically make him bigger, and I'm sure only Felicity and Curtis can really help Ray, but Oliver's trying his best to help Felicity, but she keep pushing him away, and this is not Oliver's expertise, so he's trying to do as much as he can, but she pushes him away. So this is a scene where they cut back to the island. Oliver walks up to the people that's held captive on the island, said that some people need to get in the water, so they're gonna take a break and then work and continue to find what they're looking for or do what they're there to do. So one of the mercenaries don't trust Oliver. He's too suspicious of Oliver. He just, the way Oliver works. So Curtis is freaking out that Ray had, basically break the boundaries of miniaturization of micros, and he's freaking out. So they're trying to figure out how to bring him back. The piece they need is at Core Industries, which is one of their competitors. There's some chick in there. Oh, Felicity's mother. Alright, so Felicity's mother is here. Oh, wow. Curtis basically just got introduced to Felicity's mother, and Felicity's mother is like, it's like really like a girly girl. Oh, wow. So the scene ended with the mother leaving with Felicity, and they back out. The Arrow team is out on the field trying to get the piece from the piece they need from the competitor. Come to find out, Oliver been in cahoots and texting Felicity's mother. Wow, Sara. She uses her suit, her titty just bouncing, boom, 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 boom. So his nickname now for this mission is called Chatty, because he been in cahoots with Felicity's mother, telling him how what's been going on. So they in a warehouse. So something happened when they disengaged the alarm rebooted, and that means the alarm upgraded. The response time has been upgraded. So Thea take the piece off the shelf, and then the whole thing just went up in alarm. Oh, wow, Sara beating his ass up. Basically, Sara just attacked the guard, bashing his face in, and Theo looking like, wow, was that me when I was on the, was that me? So Ray called Felicia back again, asked her how how's it going, and Damien Dark has him. Oh my god. Oh man. Felicia, we back in the hideout. And Felicia, what happened out there? And Diggle's like, Sara had a moment. Like, the bitch went crazy. You got to put her down like a dog or something. So they find out that Damien has Ray, and Lance is the inside man. Lance been working with Damien, so he's the inside man that can, find out what's going on. Captain Lance is basically informant, snitch. Oliver is basically saying, we can, your mother's in town, we can cook. And Felicity find out, you already made plans with my mother? Like dinner? And he said, yeah. So Felicity's not, right now, she's not out to hang out, socialize. She want to help Ray, and it appears that she's going above and beyond more than average to save Ray. Maybe she feels guilty about something, but her whole focus that track down Ray. Once she found out Ray was alive, it's all about Ray. Get Ray. So we back on the island. It's a flashback. We back in the cave with the girl that Oliver, was supposed to take out back and kill her, but left her here and brought her back some food. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Is that now, since Constantine has come on to the show, Damien Dark has come on to the show, Ra's al Ghul had came on to the show. This show has been introduced into magic, some type of mystical, magical, maybe even spiritual reality. Now, you start with Ra's al Ghul in the Lazarus pit. He's been living for hundreds of years, maybe 1,000 years. Second, you introduce Constantine, which is he's known for resurrection and magic and saying spells. So that this show has been opened up into a whole aspect of different things that in this DC television universe, just how Marvel television universe has been growing in a TV show by not introducing the word mutants, by introducing enhanced or the gifted. This show has been growing and growing and growing, thinking it's just going to be, when this show started, we all thought this was going to be a well-grounded show with no magic, no nothing, just weaponry. You introduce the Flash, and when you introduce the Flash, you introduce not just the Flash in his universe, but just multi-universe. And since once for the third season, they introduced Ra's al Ghul, you open up a barrier that you can't go back. Okay, and that's what they did. The producers, that they opened up they had opened up something like a can of worms that they can't never go back. So, one, they introduced Ra's al Ghul that been alive for hundreds or 1,000 years. You introduced Constantine in season 4. This season right now, and with Constantine comes abilities of the supernatural, the supposedly, aka science, that we don't, magic, but we consider that science because we don't understand the concept of magic, but it's really science, what is known as magic. So by doing this, you open up a whole thing, a whole screwed of things that could, they can do in this universe. So there was some dialogue between Ray and Damien Dark, and we come back to Oliver back at that department. He's running late, and the chicken and everything has done, and they waiting for Oliver to come cook, not come cook, but to eat. So apparently he made an excuse. He had to go see Lance, Dr. Lance, or whoever. But wow. So basically, they having a fight, and so they having a conversation with Oliver and Felicity about the whole raid thing. So she blamed herself that Ray been sending distress calls, and she wasn't there to answer them, and that both of them, Ray, not Felicity and Oliver, was traveling the world, and she blamed herself. Which you can't really blame yourself if you can't something happened to someone, and you leave town, and then when you come back into town to find out that that person's dead. You can't really do nothing about it, man. You can grieve and you can blame yourself, but ultimately, it wasn't ultimately your fault. But she blames him because he was in need and he was in help, but she wasn't there to help him at the time. So they back at the hideout. Deagle and Oliver. Oliver's is telling. Oliver is telling Deagle what was going on. What happened at the dinner, and they put out some vodka. So he basically telling him what happened with Diggle is that, if it wasn't for them leaving, the stuff that would happen to Ray would never happen. So she just blaming herself. That's all it is. Wow. So Oliver's basically questioning their relationship. Why did she choose me? Ray's, they had basically more in common, and Deagle just reassuring him that, listen, man, for this he chose you for a reason, and so. So Deagle get a text from Lance. So it's about to go. It's about to go down, bro. It's about to go down. Okay, they back on island. I don't understand what's going on. One of the guys, the guys, is attacking Oliver. And he threw him in the water. So it cuts back to Lance and Damien Dark. Wow. So he tells Lance that Sarah's back and she's not back. She's not what she used to be. So he basically said, this is the last time you summoned me. He said it. He said that he meant that shit. So they following Damien. It cuts back at the house, back at the apartment. So her mother and her is having a conversation about basically Oliver and herself and the relationship they have. Basically, her father's a deadbeat. First, his father's a deadbeat. Like, he wasn't there. It appears that he wasn't there in her life. Definitely wasn't paying child support. So, wow. Basically, the mother is basically reassuring again to Felicity that Oliver's love you and what she's feeling is normal. That you argue and you fight, but he loves you and he do anything for you. Basically, she said you'll never find another guy that's hot and that cooks. So back to work. Now, this is the part I understand. This show is funny how they be going from one scene dressed as regular people to fashionistas on the show, hair done, makeup done, fully dressed, accessories. So they want to take Curtis out in the field because they need the device quick and fast. So Sara wants to go back on the field with them, but she's whacked out, bro. She's fucking whacked out. So they go into Damien headquarters, the building. So Oliver looking grizzled, mean looking, cool looking. Somebody knocks out Oliver. One of the mercenaries knocked him out. It appears that he's being chained. Wow. He broke one of the arrows and threw the arrow on the floor. What? Ah! It was Diggle the whole time. So everybody's at a point of the building, trying to get inside the building, and Oliver. So Felicity and Curtis on the roof. They're already about the base jump from the. Oh wow. Oh wow. Felicity falls on the table while Curtis falls on basically the floor, so she got the impact of the base jump. So the three girls runs up on top floor on one of the floors. They're being shot at. So one of the guys falls. Sarah's kicking ass. Thea throwing arrows, and Laurel, she can't really do nothing because she has a fucking police wand. I mean, Laurel only power is her little, not martial arts, but her little combat and that with and that siren, that scream. He shot an arrow. He just either he was quick or he used his powers. Yeah, he used his powers. He wrapped it. Oliver was being hung up by chains, and he took the chains and wrapped them around his neck. Okay, so Curtis, Felicity is they found. So they opened. I said they found Ray, and the mercenary that just as Diggle is still being covered in his face because they don't want Curtis to know that he's Diggle. We cut back to Damien and Oliver. So he throw a flashbang and he runs away. So they blasted. Oh, they blast Raid, so he good. So the three ladies are fighting. So Sara attacked one of the guys. She lost it. That bitch crazy. She snapped this guy's neck. He said, "Nice to see you, Ray. Nice suit." So he's been. Oh my god. So Ray is basically telling him, they back at the hideout. Ray is basically telling him his experience as a miniature micro atom. Talking about the cockroaches was like huge when he was small, like golden retrievers or golden something. So Ray just telling him that Damien, who Damien is, and he's working for Hive. So we cut back to Island, and the guy's still attacking Oliver. Oliver about to give him the 1-2 punch. Oliver kills the guy, snap his neck, and left him in the water. Damn, yo, he's ruthless, yo. Everybody looking at Oliver. He say, "You better have a story. You better have a story to go with that body." Yeah, motherfucker, he just attacked me. That's my fucking story. So he's like, "You told me this is a side effect from the pit. I can't fight it. It's like I'm a crackhead now." Wow. So they're having a conversation. They both having a conversation. We all know she's gonna be in DC's Legend of Tomorrow on the CW, right? So it's obviously that the girl trying to make the writers and the producers of the show is trying to write her out. She's leaving. You know, she got to deal with this on her own. Basically, blah blah blah, and she can have a normal life. Blah blah blah. So mm-hmm. Wow. So she definitely leaving the show to work out some things, and you know that's what she's gonna. That's just tomorrow. So for this, he's back out to her apartment. So she's having a conversation to Oliver, thanking him for saving Ray. She's telling him that she didn't grow up with the best relationship example, especially from her mother and dad. So they working it out as they go along. It's like when they kiss, it looks real. Unlike that TV movie kiss where it's like all dry. So we back at Lance. He's like at a bar. Lance is out. Felicity's mother is at the bar with Lance. Quinn. Donna? Okay. Donna. They at the bar, cooling, chilling. And we back at the headquarters of Oliver campaign. Wow, this don't make no sense. This part right here don't make no sense. Thea is basically freaking out. She's stressed, right? She's stressed. The guy that she turned down for, the guy asked her out to go get a couple drinks early in the episode. All of a sudden, she says yeah out of the blue. That don't make no sense. Out of the blue, like she's like she having anxiety problems. She's freaking out. So we back at Damien. So it appears to be a puzzle or schematic of something. I don't know what that is, but okay. So the episode ended. And it was titled Lost Souls, and it had a lot of things. I mean, the episode really didn't progress the story as much. One, we found that the orb that from episode 5, Constantine gave Oliver is some type of nightlight that lights up write-ins that are, marked and carved in with some type of special carving tool that when you use the orb, it lights up the carvings. 2, that Sara is still whacked out in her fucking mind, is that the pit has made her gone crazy, and they think that a tossed up program could free her dumbass from the spell of killing people. So, we got introduced into Donna, which is Felicity's mother. And come to find out that Felicity's father wasn't that good of a father. He was a deadbeat. Didn't pay child support. I'm not too sure any information about her father was given. Besides that basically the mother tried her best to raise Felicity as a single parent, which is what everybody's doing today. Or they're struggling as a single parent in today's world. We also find out what happens to Ray, who captured Ray. We got some insight with that Damien captured Ray and was trying to use him for his technology, the suit actually. We found out that Curtis might potentially be on the wave of finding out Oliver is the Arrow. He was doing this and stuff like that. So we also got some good insight that Curtis might be joining Team Arrow because he went out on a mission with Felicity okay, to save Ray, his boss, and that the Team Arrow group was in on it. So we might get some insight from there. Also, it appears that Thea is still being infected from the pit. Also, you know, she's still showing side effects of that fidgeting, or that that nervousness, that anxiety, So not as much as Sara, but wow, Sarah's a whack job. We got some insight that Lance might be double playing Damien Dark, and Lance might have his own agenda of just trying to get inside Damien Dark and to see what he's really about. And the last part was just that Sara's leaving the show, which we all knew because she's on the DC Legends of Tomorrow roster, and the writers and the producers just wrote her out of the episode. Like, she's going away, she need to figure things at home, which is understandable, but it's just a TV show. Like, it's a TV show. What do you expect? So, thanks everybody for watching my live reaction video for season 4, episode 6, titled Lost Souls of the Arrow. This was a late reaction video. Yeah, late. So, thank you very much.